Hey everybody, Demolisex here. I haven't made a vlog in some time. This is a Insomnia vlog because I haven't slept. Well, I have, but it's been in means that I shouldn't, and I haven't gotten adequate sleep. About maybe 4 hours of sleep a night, sometimes 1 hour of sleep a night. It's pretty rough right now, and there's a reason for it. Well, there is a reason for it, and there's also other reasons. I mean, there's just, even, forgive me, my mind is in a mode that I can't even control. So I'm just gonna, if I fuck up, I'm not gonna do any kind of retakes. I'm just gonna let it go, and if it makes me sound retarded, that's okay, because I'm already retarded as it is anyway. Uh, First off, I want to say that I don't know if there will be a podcast tonight. I can't get a hold of DP. It's me and DP just basically expressing our disdain for certain social groups and certain kinds of people in the world that we just hate. And we also read, articles and look up things and basically express our disdain for them. It's kind of our therapy, because we know that fucking psychologists are a bunch of shit. They're paid magicians that give you pills that try to make your mind into something that it's not. I guess to make you more, social, comfortably numb, I guess, as the Pink Floyd song goes. Something, I don't know. Whatever. Anyways, but that's besides the point. So I haven't been sleeping very well. Last night, actually two days in the week, I have taken my Xanax for insomnia because my doctor gave me Xanax for both insomnia and anxiety, panic attacks. I honestly wish I could be put on both Ativan and Xanax because Ativan works very quickly. You put it under your tongue, like you do a hit of acid, and you just wait, and then you get a really rushed feeling of panic, and then you just suddenly calm down, and it's nice. It works like that. Works like a charm. I like it. It's good stuff. Xanax, on the other hand, well, you can chew it, but it's not advisable. It's awfully bitter. Xanax is awfully bitter. It's terrible. I don't like it for that, but the effects of it are pretty nice. You can pretty much relax and get yourself a nap. But here's the thing, they're addictive, and I don't like to take things that are addictive. So I kind of try to, limit my intake of that particular pill. I have Flexeril, which is a muscle relaxer. That's not a sleep aid, but it can be used as such. However, sometimes, especially when my mind is in this kind of state, when I take a Flexeril, I'll get to that. This is the part I have. This is the problem I have when it comes to not just Flexeril, but anything when it comes to sleeping. This is the problem I have. Okay, here's sleep. Here's my consciousness, right? It starts moving towards sleep. Moves towards sleep. Can't go through. Because then it'll be like, and then there, I'm sleeping. And I have, whatever dreams I have that day. I always have dreams of traveling and going back home. I've said that in plenty of vlogs. I don't know if it's a revelation or just some kind of, something that's going on in my subconscious a lot. Just going home. Can't go home, and I'll explain that in a minute. And I've already mentioned it, I think, in the last podcast. I was drunk as fuck in my last podcast. And if I'm supposedly getting drunk on this podcast, granted, we have one. Unfortunately, I don't have beer. I don't have money. I'm flat broke. I had to take care of a lot of bills. We were behind on our cable bill, and we had to pay for some medications. Because, as y'all know, I had some kind of stomach issue this past week, which is why we didn't have a podcast the week before last. And I just went to a gastrointestinal specialist, and she ran some tests and felt around where my colon is on my stomach. She says it feels not good. She wasn't, it doesn't feel right in that area. Like, it's right here, whatever. She says something doesn't feel right in that area, so next week I gotta have my first ever kind of surgery bit in my life, which is a colonoscopy. I am not at all looking forward to this in any way, shape, or form. I'm not looking forward to having my shit canal blown up so they can shove a camera up there and see what the fuck's wrong with it. So that's going to be exciting. That happens on Thursday. I'm not excited about. I'm scared to death. I'm scared to death of anesthesia. That stuff. I mean, yeah, I've done a lot of street drugs. Don't get me wrong, in my teenage years, but you know, just and the thing about anesthesia I don't like is, you know, when you're put under it, you lose control. I mean, when you're on a street drug, yeah, you lose control, but it's a very minuscule amount of control. Like when you're tripping on acid, you know, when it first kicks in, you may not be well aware of what's going on or what you're doing, but you eventually it catches up. You know, and with weed's a different story. It's just your whole reality goes away, literally. It's like, you know, like you sit there and you'll just stare off into space somewhere and you won't even realize you're doing it until your mind catches up, and then at that time you start coming down. You know. But so I gotta have that done on Thursday. I'm scared to death. They're gonna give me that shit that killed Michael Jackson. So that just puts my mind in a better space. I don't propanol something. I don't know. You guys know. You know what it is. I don't. You know, it's gotten high reviews. I've read it online. You know, a lot of people, you know, said they were put on it, knocked out, and then before they knew it, they woke up. And there they go. The procedure was all complete, and they would rip major ass, and then they were able to eat and drink and go about their normal lives. Yeah, I know you can't eat nothing the day before. No solids anyway. You can have Jello, I think, and chicken broth. I bought myself a little thing of Swanson chicken broth that I could have for the day before. Can't eat. You got to drink this nasty shit that cleans you out. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to any of this shit. Trust me. I'm terrified of it. I don't know what to think of it because I know shit can happen, and I always have medical procedure anxiety. Always had. I also have anxiety of medications. I do not like medications. I mean, this right here, this is amoxicillin. I had to take this shit when I had that cold, right? Notice it's not empty. I was supposed to take the whole fucking thing, but that's how awful I feel about fucking medications. And what do we have here? Torsamide. This is a water pill. This is because my legs swell up like balloons because of retained water. And I do a lot of walking and I do a lot of running, so, you know, I'm glad, but it does help. I'll tell you though, when you first start taking it though, you get dizzy as shit, and you're just like, ugh. It's like the world looks not real in any way. It's a scary, surreal type feeling. So there's that. So I don't know. I'm trying to get a hold of my cohort. I don't know if I'm going to do this, and if I can't, you know, please forgive me. Also, I don't usually ask for YouTubers for help because everyone on YouTube thinks they know everything and they know how to go about things. But as friends, I already took a Xanax twice this week. If I cannot sleep tonight in any way without the help of medications, should I take the Xanax for sleep, or should I try to take the Flexeril? You know, I actually want your input. I know that's funny, right? Me asking for input for an internet. I don't know. I'm just, as you can tell, my mind is a million miles an hour. Now, I mentioned about not going back home. Well, here's the whole gist of that. I'm not going to explain it in full detail, but I will explain it in a way that I can tell you guys. Basically, I stated to my mother a long time ago. Well, not a whole long time ago, but a substantial amount of time ago, that if she were to rekindle her relationship with Gail, which is my sister, that stupid cunt, I would not be in the picture. Well, that has happened. She's rekindled with my sister, my cousin in blood, in all honesty. So I am not in any way calling her or talking to her, or we're not having any kind of correspondence. And basically, now get this, my mother's house is a fucking shithole, right? And there was 3 dead rats in the cupboard, and guess who had to remove them? And there was seriously 2 grocery bags filled with rat droppings all in that cupboard, and I cleaned it up. I put masks on. I still got sick from it. I had throat and nose irritation, but I tried to take as much precautions as I can, and I was doing that. And it's no wonder that my mom's fucking oxygen level dropped down to a level that I'm surprised she didn't die. So other than that, my mother pretty much made it crystal clear that she's just going to do whatever the hell she wants, and no one else's input is important. Sorry about that. I think someone was here from the mooching family. That someone was knocking at the door. I didn't open the door because they can go get fucked. So they can all eat a dick. This is Kitten, by the way. His name is Tags, but we've been calling him Kitten so long that that's what his name is. So we're just gonna stick with Kitten. He'll sometimes respond to Taz though, not very often. So. But yeah, this Insomnia is really kicking my ass, and I don't know what part I left off at, but I do apologize that my short-term memory span is next to nothing. All I know is I'm not excited about this colonoscopy, and oh, now I remember. When my mother was I told my mother if she ever rekindled her relationship with Gail, I'm not going to be in the picture anymore, and that's pretty much what's happened. She had a member of the family, a friend of the family. Her name was Stacy, and she's been basically like family. She was basically my good sister since age. God, how old was I? I'd have been like 6 or 7. I was really young at the time, and you know. She was cool, and she still is pretty cool. She tried to help my mom in any way she could, but as soon as my bitch of a sister, Gail, got back into the picture, my mother has been really mean to Stacy, and basically Stacy just said pretty much what everyone else did, and say fuck all, and told my mother, look, she's like, I am not helping you anymore. Good luck finding someone else helping your shit. And it's no wonder that your son no longer talks to you, because you're being nothing like Diane. You're being a bitch. And basically, my mom just ignored her, and that was the end of that. And then she texted me and said, she's like, "Look, Scott, I've been trying to help your mother as as a person who cares about her, but she's not the same person she used to be. All she thinks is the world owes her something." And that's the truth of the matter. She thinks if you know her in any way, shape, or form, or in any kind of way, you need to be doing something for her. And if you don't, then you're pretty much, she don't give 2 fucks about you. Like, okay, example. Stacy went to this place called Dan's Diner. It's at 10 and Hoover. A really nice place to eat breakfast food at. And I used to eat breakfast there with my mother and my family. You know, when we were on good terms and I was living there, I used to go there, and I used to pay for my mother's food, or I would pay for my own breakfast. I would have biscuits and gravy, or a couple fried eggs sunny side up and shit like that. Simple breakfast, nothing too big or whatever. I know I'm a fat guy, and here I am eating something that's actually considered normal. My mom also liked the biscuits and gravy. They used a country style, and that's excellent stuff. Anyway, so we go there, eat breakfast, and we speak in good terms. There's a woman named Cheryl that worked there. Really nice. She still works there. She has glasses, short hair. Really nice. She's pretty much a realist, and she's not an optimistic faggot or a pessimistic douchebag like I can be a lot of the time. She's actually she's realistic. She looks at things the way they are and just views it in the most realistic way she can possibly tell you. She she told Stacy, she's like, "Are you gonna get down? Okay, well if you're getting down, then you need to get down. There we go. Because you're not gonna sniff around and knock. Because I drink like 4 of these a day, 4 to 8 of those a day of water. So, and I don't want to spill water, but yeah." I don't know why I could give a fuck about what you guys don't give a shit what I drink, as long as it ain't soda. You don't have nothing to call me out on. So, By the way, I'm at 380. Yay. I don't feel all that much better. I mean, I feel I got more energy, but I think I have too much energy because now I'm fucking always up doing shit and I can't sleep. It's frustrating. But yeah, I'm at 380. Found that out Monday. So, whatever it is I'm doing, the running, the walking, the less carb intake, and the no soda intake, the drinking tea using brown sugar instead of white sugar, I think is helping. I'm also taking a new supplement. It's weight loss. It has apple cider vinegar in it, which has helped with the movement of the problems I've been having down here. But you know, the doctor felt around on my left side and says something doesn't feel right. It needs to be looked at. So that's going to be fun. Already mentioned that. So, anyways, the Cheryl. She's like, she told Stacy, she's like, hey, when you see Diane next time, please let her know that everything's okay. Or, see, retard moment. Tell her that I hope she gets better soon and hope things get better and hope to see her soon, basically, you know. And when Stacy went up to the hospital, or not the hospital, the nursing home rehabilitation center she's in, and said, hey, Cheryl said, you know, she hopes you get better and you can come up to the diner and guys can talk soon, hopes you get well, quick recovery. And Mom's like, who? And Stacy said, Cheryl, the waitress that, oh, her? Yeah, she's done nothing to help me. And Stacy's like, once again, Mom, the world does not revolve around you. And that's the kind of mindset she has lately. And it pisses me off because that fucking piece of shit Grayling that she hung out with during all those years in the past. I mean, that's, in all honesty, in all heart of hearts, that's when my mother died, is when she met that cocksucker. Because she basically let that man come into her life and brainwash her into... Because my mom is easily manipulated. Easily. I mean, if she's being manipulated right now by my brother. Saying shit like, oh, when Scott came down to help me with a few things with decisions made on your behalf, he didn't do shit at the house. Oh, yes, I did. I took out those dead rats. I got rid of a lot of rat droppings. I cleaned as best I could. My wife cleaned the living room. I cleaned the kitchen and the dining room. I cleaned some of the upstairs bathroom. That place is a pit. When I lived there, it was not... I mean, it broke my heart a little bit. Because when I lived there, I did as much as cleaning as I could to make sure my mom had a substantially good-looking home. Now that place needs to be bulldozed. And Kitten's back. You need to go do something. In fact, you know what? Come on, go get out. Go do something. Go play with your brothers. He'll be jumping up here in any moment because he's pretty adamant about whose attention he wants. So basically, this whole thing has been fucking with my head. A lot of my friends, you know, Dr. Firepants and Dave, they want to play GTA 5 with me, and so does his brother Kev, and all the guys want to play GTA 5 with me because they like playing games with me because I guess I'm funny and I have hilarious commentary. I guess. I don't know. Speaking of which, off topic. I caved in and I bought one of these, and it actually works really well. I'm surprised. It's a kitten. Fuck off. He sees a wire and he's like, ooh, dangly. I got one of these. It's a, first of all, I don't like this control setup at all. I cannot stand it. Everyone lives by this control standard. I fucking hate it with a passion. It's a knockoff Xbox 360 controller, though, and it works really well. I have no complaints. The D-pad actually works better on here than it does on the official controller, so, you know, props for that. I'd rather use a... If they had a Super Nintendo controller with 4 extra buttons, you know, 2 bumpers, 2 shoulders, I'd be fine with just that. You know, with the exact Super Nintendo controller shape. But this is okay. It cost me $10. You know, and it has the rumble and everything. Works. I need to ask you guys something though. You know, I use this to play GTA 5 because my control stick or my keyboard sticks, and the reason for that, found out, is somewhere my board is overheating, and since I've gotten those 2 extra side fans in my case, that hasn't been much of an issue, but it happens here and there, but just not as bad as it was before, so I'm happy about that. But my question to you is, when I was playing using this controller, and I actually used my wife's official, she has an official wired controller, because she uses it for Watch Dogs and a few other games that she plays, Skyrim, because she loves Skyrim. I don't know what it is about that game that she likes so much, but whatever. She gave me her copy. I have yet to install it. I need to see. I need to find out eventually what's so good about the game, because to me it just looks like Fallout with swords, and Fallout is Skyrim with guns. I mean, I don't understand the appeal of these franchises. I think they're dull and boring, but that's just my opinion. I'm old school only. Except with, you know, Grand Theft Auto 5 is obviously new school. But, you know, I like running up the bitches and giving them the running forearm or shooting them in the head. Anyways, I'm getting way off topic with when it comes to this controller. Okay, you know how I think it's you hold the left. This is the left trigger, right? To do careful aim mode, and then you use the analog to aim, right? Now I don't know if this is apparent on other controllers, but it seems like the PC port of this of GTA 5, that it is almost impossible to have precision aiming using the gun. And I don't know if it's just the controllers or it's just me, but what I do is I use the controller for mostly the driving and running segments, or like if I'm on foot. But if I have to shoot something, I switch over to the keyboard and mouse. I mean, I know that sounds a little convoluted and weird, but it seems like that's the only thing that works. I don't know. Have any of you had that kind of problem? Let me know. I don't care. If you want. Like I said, I'm just asking. You know, you don't have to answer my questions. I don't expect you to. It's not your. It's not. Hey, you know, I don't control your life, and I don't tell you what to do. And you know, I expect the same from you guys. So that's the shit that's going on with my family. My brothers basically told my mom all that shit, that I hadn't done anything, and you know, me and my wife are both livid at my brother. We kind of wish we could drag him somewhere where we can beat the shit out of him and make him basically pay for the lies he's been telling my mother. And if you hear drinking sound effects, I apologize. Just drinking my water. But yeah, I would kill for a 12 hours of sleep. There, see, my lazy eye was just doing its thing again. I hate that. It's annoying. I don't like the... It was worse in my older videos, though, because I seriously had no control over it. Now I got some control over it. I mean, I can go like this, and then... that's going to give you nightmares. I know, so... Especially those who like to make fun of me for my lazy eye. So, other than that, same old song and dance. I'm just going through a lot of shit. I have been going through some pretty deep depression. Yeah, I see this. This is the newest dilemma, other than the shit that I mentioned before. Is, you know, as you know, I'm vaping, but this is a non-nicotine juice. I'm actually thinking about pussing out and using some of this. This is 6 milligrams of nicotine, and obviously I don't want to go any higher than that. And the reason why I think I should use this is because nicotine did help my depression when I was using nicotine back when I started vaping. But if I do, it's going to have to be at a low nicotine level. But here's the problem I have with the first time using nicotine. My heart races. And I'm pretty sure that's normal. That's supposed to happen. But a lot of the other times when I would, when I first smoked cigarettes, you know, the first, inhale, you cough your ass off, obviously, but, it's the nervousness that gets you. It's psychosomatic that your anxiety kicks in and you sometimes go into a miniature panic attack because of well, the nervousness from doing nicotine, and I don't know. It's something I'm thinking about, and because my wife got this flavor, and it's kind of like a peachy kind of flavor, and it's 6 milligrams. It's more VG than it is PG, because if you notice, the liquid's a little bit more on the thick side, which is good, because me and PG don't mix very well. But lately I've been just vaping this stuff right here. Their labels suck. They don't stick on the bottle. It's chocolate flavor, and I don't know if you can read. It says nicotine. It says I think here, yeah, Nic 0. Yeah, there you go, 0 nicotine. Because before, when I first started vaping, I was smoking cigarettes here and there, so my body was already accustomed to nicotine. I just wasn't addicted. But I'm thinking about maybe putting a couple drops of this in my shit and just let myself have a panic or whatever kind of attack it's going to give me. I'm not going to do it today though, because, when the more sleep you lack, the more it affects this, and it affects this ticker. And I'm trying to do things to, fuck off! Kitten again, he wants to jump up here. So if you see a kitten come up here, you know why. I love the little shit, don't get me wrong. I love all my babies, but god damn it, sometimes they just don't leave me alone. So, I know I say that a lot when I'm changing subjects, and so, cat's clawing up the chair. Ah, there he is. Same. Little kitten. When he sees bugs, that's the sound he makes. There's a jumping spider, a really big one. It's about this big around. I'm not killing it because I like jumping spiders. They're cool. They're a lot of fun to play with, too. I used to play with them as a kid. Ha ha ha, So, I don't know. I'm just going to go ahead and end this video. I just want to come on and express some of my unhappinesses and my disdain for certain aspects of my life that I'm just getting tired of. Everything else is alright though. I just hate the Mooch family. I hope they die in a fire. I just wish they would fuck off in some way, shape, or form. I can't stand any of them anymore. They constantly borrow money and shit. And one of the guys borrowed $50 because he has... Now, I feel for him. He's got a brown recluse spider bite on his leg. And I said, okay, well, here's the deal. I'll give you the $50. However, because he says, I'll pay you on the 16th. That's the day I go to get the colonoscopy done. Now, I told him, I said, I'll give you the $50, but you have to pay me back out of that check. If you do not pay me out of that check, I will not give you any more beer. I will not give you any more rides anywhere. I will not give you anything. Because if you can't be trusted with borrowing money and not paying back, but they're the mooching family, and I don't trust them. I just did it because I've never been bit by a brown recluse, knock on wood, but I have come at a few close encounters with a couple of them. I took a picture of one and put it on my Facebook. This fucker was huge. Matter of fact, let me see if I can pop it up here for you guys real fast. Since I'm using, adequate video editing software that I'm very happy with, I can show you pictures of certain things and whatnot. This would be helpful during, streams if I decided to, stream again, but I don't think I will because I can't talk for shit when I'm streaming a video game. Alright, let me find my pictures. Get that fucker loaded. You gotta see this fucker. He was massive. He was in my computer room at my mom-in-law's house. Oh my god. The one with the bookcase that was in the background. You know, that one. That bookcase. Yeah, there ain't no books in that motherfucker. It's filled with my game collection now. Speaking of which, I've actually decided to say fuck all with collecting. If I'm gonna purchase anything more... Kitten! No! Get out. I'm busy. Jesus. That's like, what, the 4th time? Oh, I'm gonna try to make this quick. This thing was massive, though, and I would not want anybody to deal with this kind. Look at this. Yeah, there he is. Alright, give me 1 second. Kitten, you need to go do something. Jeez. Alright, let me see if I can pop up an image for you guys. And then we'll end the video and call it a day. We had approximately 5 of these motherfuckers. I think this one was like the mama. I don't know if any of you have seen the movie Arachnophobia. You know how there was a little one and then there was a big one? And, well, they were both, I think they were both animatronic. Now I can't find that picture, son of a bitch. I had it loaded, you know, and now it's like not in anywhere, shape, or form showing up. I don't like dead air. Okay, I think, yeah, there it is. Okay, I found it. Alright, I'm gonna copy it onto my C drive. Okay. Ah, here we go. Ah, there he is. Thing of nightmares. This was on my wall. It was, yeah. Let me go ahead and blow that up for you, so you can have some nightmares. This was on my wall next to my window. Huge as fuck. Yeah, there you go, right there. That would be the brown recluse. Because if you see you see the body and then you see the head. Now, if you look closely or you zoom in. Too bad I don't know how to zoom in with this shit, if there was a way to do that. Let me see, can I zoom? I'm still trying to learn this shit with this particular... Okay, I'm not seeing a way to zoom. Okay, there's a way to crop. Let me see. I'm just dicking around here. Ah, fuck it. I'll dick with this some other time. If you look at, though, where his head is... You see that little violin shape? That's how you can tell if that's a brown recluse. Yeah, it's pretty flippin' scary. Let me go ahead and remove that. Yes, remove image. There we go. So yeah, that was near my window, and it scared the shit out of me. I tried to kill it, and unfortunately got away. Then the next day, my wife came in here to tell me something, and then all of a sudden I felt something go across my foot, and I froze. I'm like, that had to have been it. And then it was on the floor going up the wall. Michelle's like, oh my god, that's huge. I'm like, that's that brown recluse I tried killing the other day. And then she took my my flip-flop and gave it the whole splatter. So, oh, and our manager, and our friend that lives down the street, I don't know why I said the manager, whatever, but yeah, she got bit in the chest by a black widow, according to the doctor. She had these 2 really nasty, oozing things coming out of the top of her breast. Yeah, bit by a black widow. So we got black widows here. I better fucking watch the fuck out. I'm not scared of spiders necessarily, but brown recluses and black widows kind of I'm not too happy about them. I don't mind tarantulas though. They're cool. Anyways, I just want to go ahead and make this video and just express a few things that I've been experiencing. Like I said, I don't know if there's going to be a Problematicast tonight. If not, then I'll try to, hopefully, if I can get... I'm going to stay up as late as I can until my body just says, okay, we're done. or fuck it, I'm out, you know, then I'm gonna go to sleep, and then maybe we can do it tomorrow. But I'm gonna try very hard to get it done tonight. Maybe we'll do it earlier than usual. Like I said, he's sleeping, and that's fine. It must be nice. Fuck all you motherfuckers that don't have sleeping disorders. I hate all of you. Anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut this. Y'all have a great day. Take good care of yourselves. Have a great weekend. Maybe we'll have a problematic cast. Maybe not. We'll see. I want to try to make it happen though. So we'll just, I guess, just sit tight and then wait. I guess. So take care, guys.